Welcome to the Truly Expat Travel Podcast, where I chat with expats about their favourite holiday destinations. Let's be honest, expats are some of the best travellers around, always planning the next adventure, exploring hidden gems, and finding the best spots wherever they go. So who better to ask for travel inspiration? Welcome back to Truly Expat Travel Podcast. Today is my very last episode on season 1, and it is part of the Christmas season. But today I have two very, very special guests, my kids, my children, my son and my daughter, Blaise and Kiara, and we're going to chat about Hakuba. So let's get started. Why did you choose Hakuba? Go.
So essentially we went last year to Hakuba and we're also deciding to go this year again to Hakuba. And us as a family, we do enjoy snowboarding for Christmas and having that white Christmas feel. So we've decided to go back to Hakuba because of our experience from last year.
What do you think, Blaise?
My favourite place that I've definitely been snowboarding, which is the reason why we're going back again. I'm actually going a week earlier than everyone else to do 2 weeks there this time. It's my favourite place I've been to snowboarding for sure. It'd be up there with one of my favourite places I've been to in the world.
Oh, that's a big call.
Said previously on the podcast for the Tokyo episode that Japan's probably my favourite country in the world that we visited, and Hakuba is another example of why I think Japan is such an amazing country. It's a bit smaller than Niseko, although we haven't been. It's a lot smaller. It's a small village, quite busy and quite populated, especially with a lot of Australians there. But because it's a bit smaller and the time periods that we've gone, I think we've timed it pretty all right. So it hasn't been overly busy for us, but yeah, love it there.
Is it hard to get to?
I think there's a fair bit of information out there to give you plenty of options on how to get there. I know that we found it pretty easy. It's about an hour to Nagano on the bullet train, and then from there it's about another hour by bus. But it's if you time it well and you pre-book things, you can't pre-book the bus. But the Shinkansen, we got it from Tokyo Station, I think it was, and it was an hour and 10 minutes door to door. So it took us about 2 hours all up. And yeah, super easy.
Would you say it's one of those places that feels Christmassy?
I think the snow always makes things feel a bit Christmassy, but it's a bit different to your traditional white Christmas, I think. What do you think, Kiara?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, a lot of people haven't had a white Christmas before, and I think a white Christmas makes it feel more Christmas, just because obviously you see in the movies Christmas time it's always snowing. So I feel like Hakuba definitely gives that feel of Christmas vibes, personally.
I think because for us last year we stayed in a hotel, right? But this year we're staying in a chalet. So I do think this year will feel a little more Christmassy than last year. We also took our own tree because I don't think there was a tree in the lobby, wasn't there? Because we took a photo in front of it.
Yeah. But I think there might have been a big Christmas tree somewhere, but we never found it or never saw it. But there was definitely some decorations, I think. All the lobbies, at least that we saw, we went past in the buses, and our lobby as well, had Christmas decorations. So it was definitely festive.
Is it one of those places that you have to bring your Christmas presents to, or can you go shopping while you're there for Christmas?
Definitely bring your Christmas presents to, just because, as I mentioned before, it is a small village. So the only shopping that you'll be able to manage to do is ski equipment. So I would definitely recommend bringing your own Christmas presents, unless you're going to Tokyo and staying there for a couple of days beforehand. I would definitely recommend bringing your own.
Because that's what we did, right? We went to Tokyo, went Christmas shopping there, and then brought the presents with us.
Yeah.
What about Christmas Day? What is there to do on Christmas Day?
Well, obviously, you go there to snowboard, so you may as well snowboard, because obviously all the slopes are open Christmas Day, which is also a good thing.
Yeah, I guess
a couple of things on social media where they do a couple of like Santa snowboards or skis down the slopes. I've seen that. I know last year we didn't see a whole lot of Christmassy stuff, but I'm pretty sure we went out the door at 9 o'clock to get up to the slopes by 9:30, 10. So we spent the entire day snowboarding, as we did every other day. We were there, but on Christmas Day we just snowboarded.
Yeah, I think that's the main focus, right? Is just getting out on the slopes. I'm wondering how different it's going to feel this year being in a house as opposed to apartments.
Yeah.
Is it so Christmas Eve? What is there to do on Christmas Eve in Hakuba?
Oh, there's plenty of restaurants to get to. I know that definitely for restaurants, definitely pre-book because it is pretty difficult to find them, given it's such a small town. But last year we had I forgot what we did last year. Did we get dinner somewhere?
We
on Christmas
we
Eve?
actually ate dinner at the restaurant at the hotel restaurant.
That's right. Our hotel put it on. I think a few of the hotels do a Christmas dinner, which you can pay to go and do. There's also a whole heap of like food trucks and even bars and things like that if you're interested in that. I think Christmas Eve is in Hakuba is actually a pretty good place to be because you can have a dinner that's pretty early, and then you can go for a walk, go get some dessert, go get a hot chocolate, or even go for a drink. And the streets are really lit up. And obviously, last year we were spoiled with the amount of snow that they had, so it's quite a cool feel, especially on the Christmassy front.
If you haven't snowboarded before or skied before, can you get lessons there?
Yeah, you definitely can. We did that last year because obviously we all live in various parts of the world at the moment, but we haven't been snowboarding in a while. So we decided to do some snowboarding lessons, which I think is very beneficial. So they do offer those in Hakuba.
And your clothes, if you haven't, where do you hire your equipment?
I'm pretty sure you have a couple places, but the main place is Rhythm, which is a store, like a boutique store over there. And there's 2 stores in Hakuba.
And do you just rock up or do you have to order beforehand or how does it work?
You can order online. Obviously, if you're hiring clothes, I personally recommend to go into the store and try it all on and whatnot because things fit a bit differently. But most of the hotels have an affiliation with a lot of the snow rental places. I know for Rhythm, for example, they picked us up from our hotel, took us to the big store. There was 2 stores, as Kiara mentioned, and it's pretty simple. I mean, if you don't pre-book, it's not really a big of an issue. There is, I believe, a bit of a discount if you do pre-book, especially if you pre-book significantly in advance. But it was a pretty smooth sailing for us. I think we all got in. There was 6 of us in and out probably in about an hour. And if you don't want to rent and you want to buy stuff, there's also stuff there for you to buy too. So, yeah, you're spoiled for choice.
How do you get around in Hakuba? Do you have to have a car?
No, we were pretty lucky with where we stayed, right? We could walk. We stayed next to the Nakayama slope, which is on the western side of Happo, in Happo. And we were pretty lucky, but all the hotels pretty much have free shuttles that take you around to all the slopes. Now in Hakuba, there is 10 different mountains you can get to. Some are definitely much further than others, but all of them you have access to a free shuttle, which you can literally just walk down the road, jump on it. There's buses that stop everywhere. You just got to figure out where they're going to, and it's pretty easy and free, which is the main thing.
So with the restaurants, can you just rock up or do you have to book in advance?
Yes, I would definitely pre-book just because obviously, as mentioned previously, it is a small village. So there's not that there's limited restaurants, but there's a small quantity of the traditional restaurants that, if you're going there for that. And yeah, you definitely have to pre-book that.
And is there any favorite restaurants?
That Izakaya place we went to with it was actually really good. I forgot what it was called. I forgot what it was called. But maybe you can link it in the bio or something like that. But
I'll link it in the show notes because I can't remember the name of it either. But can you explain what type of place it is?
So Izakaya, from my understanding, is basically Japanese pub food. It's not really pub food. It's traditional Japanese stuff. My favorite thing was the Wagyu sushi, where they brought you out sushi with Wagyu on top, and then they did the blowtorch right in front of you, which was really, really good. The other places we went to, I think it was a place called Kobeya with the Kobe beef. For those who don't know, Japan is renowned for some of the best steak in the entire world. And in a small region down south in a place called Kobe, they're renowned for their A5 Wagyu, and we had a piece of that, and that was exceptional. But there is so many places in Hakuba to eat, whether you want Japanese or, going to go down to the convenience store or the food trucks I mentioned, or a big thing is pizza. There's pizza shops everywhere. I don't know. I know we didn't have any, but I've heard from a few of my friends that have been over there that the pizza's actually pretty good there, which is you wouldn't expect that.
I really like that ramen place. It was like that fusion ramen. Do you remember?
Yeah, the Chinese fusion.
Yeah, it was Chinese fusion ramen, and that one had a big long line. Do you know? And then
that one.
No, but then we were lucky enough when we came. When did we go once and it had a big line or something, and then we went back and we were lucky.
We went and the lady said that usually there's a massive line, and we got pretty lucky. I waited 20 minutes, but she said that sometimes there's an hour plus
because it's small.
Yeah, there's only six people.
Yeah, it was really small, but it was. I really liked that one. Did you, Kiara?
Yeah, I did.
So, is there any particular drinks that you should try while you're there?
Well, while we were there, they had an Aperie Bar, so it's like a pop-up, and it was sponsored by Verve. So we went there and we tried this brandy hot chocolate, which was really good.
It's good.
Some other drinks, is very famous in Japan is like sake. It is an acquired taste. It's not for everyone, but I would definitely recommend trying that. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Because the Aperie Bar, you can ski in, ski out, right?
Yeah, so essentially it's the bottom of the slope, yeah.
Yeah, that was very cool. And then they had like a really big open fire that you sat around, but it does get smoky. That was the one thing when you sit around there. It gets
well, that Aperie Bar, that is at different slopes around the world. I believe there was one pop-up one in Thredbo this year.
Oh, really?
It was in Australia. Yeah, my friends went to that.
I did notice that they have DJs and stuff at that Aperie Bar as well, which we didn't go to.
With a lot of people, snowboarding isn't for everyone, like all day, every day. So there are good alternatives like the Aperie Bar, which was a good opportunity for those who, don't want to go snowboarding all day and they can just like watch whoever they're with come down the slope and they're just like drinking a hot chocolate, drinking some Verve, which was nice.
Because that was my next question is, what is there to do outside of skiing?
The one main thing other than snowboarding and skiing that I've seen, which we didn't get to do, is the Snow Monkey Tour, which I believe it's quite close to Hakuba. It's not actually in Hakuba. I believe it's a little bit further out, or I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's a day trip.
Yeah, that's I think that's probably in wintertime at least the main attraction other than snowboarding and skiing. But like if you're not doing that or you're not going to the Snow Monkeys, as we've already mentioned, an endless amount of not endless amount, but there's a fair few restaurants you can just go sit at. And I know we mentioned the Aperie Bar at the end of the Nakayama slope, the Verve one, but we also went to one at the top. And there's a couple of terraces that you can also go to. I know at the top of one of the slopes, there was the Oakley Terrace, which you can go up there, you can eat, you can have a couple of drinks, and you basically get a view of the entire Hakuba mountain range, which is a pretty cool view. Even if you don't want to snowboard back down, you get a lift back down if you want to. So,
okay. Because because Kiara and I are going to go on the Snow Monkey Tour this time, right? Quite excited. But I took a day off while you guys were on the slope because I just had enough. I'm not the best snowboarder in the world, and I'd had a few accidents the day before. But I just walked around the town and just took photos, and because it is a walkable little town, right?
As long as you dress for it.
And is there just one mountain?
No, I'll get Blaise to explain it because he did all the research last time for us. So he kind of researched the different mountains and the different slopes that we could go on and try each day.
Yeah, there's about 10. So with your ski pass, which you get, you can get access to the individual mountains, I believe, but it's pretty popular to just get an access to all 10. Because I don't think the price difference is too much. But as I said before with the distances and the locations of them all, I know that some of them are about an hour and a half away, but most of them are within about 15, 20 minutes. You've got Iwatake, you've got Happo, you've got Goryu, you've got the 47 Snow Park. You've got so many different options to go to, and they're all different terrains as well. Happo is pretty good for skiers, I would say, especially if you're a big fan of trying to go fast. There's a couple of runs that are quite steep. But even if you were just to stay at Happo, there is an endless amount of slopes. There is so much terrain. It's pretty good. It's not as big as some of the ones in Europe, but it's definitely big enough for for everyone that's in Hakuba.
Are you going to, because you're staying an extra week, are you going to try quite a few of the other ones this year?
Yeah, I'll be trying to go to pretty much all of them, especially in the first few days when you guys aren't there, so I can basically say which ones are my favorite and which ones are not for me. There's also night skiing, which we didn't get to do last time, and I've said I want to do this time. I believe that's at Goryu. Yeah, that's one I want to definitely check out. But I believe that only opens from the middle of December onwards.
Okay.
Yeah, it's also pretty important to note that it definitely ramps up in terms of amount of people in Hakuba the closer to New Year's and beyond you go. Pre-Christmas, it's not too bad.
We were good. Yeah, we were lucky.
Yeah. We got lucky last year. We had a great year. The snow was, I think it was the first time in 20 years or something they had that much snow fall. But it's such a snow shore place, Hakuba and Niseko, Japan in general. So whether you go this year, next year, last year, 10 years time, pretty sure you'll be pretty happy with the amount of snow you'll get.
And if you fall as much as I do, the snow is quite soft. So it's a great place to learn. Is there anything you can think of that you wish you knew last time before you went?
I mean, well, luckily Blaise was there because I would definitely like to research the different mountains because I didn't myself. Because to be honest, we were just like following Blaise's lead last time. But we got to do a bit of research on the mountains, and I think just exploring the town a little bit more. Like I know we did walk into the town a couple of times and go to specific restaurants that we booked in advance. But I think like researching the different restaurants and the cuisines and seeing how much variety there is, I think that would have been good to look at before.
What about you, Blaise? Was there anything that you wish, anything that we're doing this time that you wish you'd done last time?
Well, I said the night skiing, and as Kiara said, probably exploring a few of the mountains. I think we only did 2.
Mm.
But I would say not something I didn't know necessarily, but for those that haven't really snowboarded or skied before, it gets you very, very tired. I think we were all in bed every night by probably 8:30, 9 o'clock. And
I had lots of bruises. The one thing I wish I had done is take advantage of the onsen that was in our hotel. I think that would have been really nice after a long day of snowboarding, because I ended up just having a bath instead. I mean, that hotel we stayed at, which I'll put in the show notes, I can't think of the name of it. Actually, you might know the name of it, Blaise.
I forgot.
Okay. But that was a really good location because you look out your window and it was right at the slopes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one of the slopes, and there was also like the shuttle, like a 2 or 3 minute walk away to the other mountains that we went to last year. So,
because that's the other thing you should note is that you have a free shuttle that goes around the town, so it makes life a bit easier. But you can also hire a taxi, like a van, to get you from A to B as well if you need to, which is also handy.
Actually, an also handy note, so I just thought of this, because there's one big rhythm store. It's located, where we stayed, it was located a little bit far away. It would have been like a half an hour hike, which is not that far, but it was like up slopes and like on the snow. The good thing about them is they helped us get back to our accommodation in a van. So they drove us back after we picked up all our ski gear.
Actually, they picked us up as well.
And they picked us, that we left the ski gear at the hotel because they have like a partnership, and they picked it up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But to go and try the stuff on, they picked us up and took us back, which is also quite handy. But yeah, you're right. We left all our stuff at the hotel, and they came and picked it up, which is also very handy.
Just a side note, heaps of people from Australia, they come and do what's it called? They come over for the winter season and they work. So there's heaps of Aussies and heaps of, I guess, expats that work at the rhythm store.
Actually, that's the one thing I did notice. Everybody was Australian.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. Like, it's like how people go to Canada and do season over there. Yeah, so a lot of people do it at Hakuba too. So.
Yeah. And for lunch, as opposed to dinner. Dinner you had to book at lunch. Did you have to book as well?
No, you didn't have to book. But places do get busy. It's also important to know that not everywhere is open for long periods at lunch. I think lunch is probably between 11:30 and 2-ish. You're going to be pretty lucky. You'll be pretty fine finding some places to eat, but outside of that, it can get quite tough. But that's probably something as well. I would say this time around, I am not gonna waste too much time on lunch. I'm just gonna probably get a couple of snacks and keep snowboarding because it's such a good time to take advantage of no one being on the lift and on the slopes.
Yeah, not me. I'll be eating.
I'll be eating too. We've got more days this time. I'm fine with eating.
That's true, and you've got an extra week, Blaise.
I mean, I don't think. Yeah. I think last time it was just mum, dad, and I eating.
No, we all ate together, but week went off pretty quickly after.
Yeah. Whereas I'm not in any rush to fall over.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you need to fuel your body.
Correct. I'm with you there, Kiara. And I think this time, because we did have breakfast every morning at the hotel, but this time we'll have our own place so we can take our time in terms of having breakfast and stuff and getting out there. Does the slopes open at a certain time and close?
It was either 9 or 10 a.m. and I'm pretty sure it closes around 4 or 4:30, I believe.
Okay.
But then the night skiing at Goryu, I believe opens around 6:30 and goes till about 9. So, I think you've roughly got about from 9:30 or 9 o'clock till 4:30. So, plenty of time to ski, about 7 hours or so.
And I also recommend doing it like we did, do Tokyo for a few days, head over to Hakuba. Because me personally, I couldn't do 2 weeks in the snow. I know you're doing it, but I couldn't.
Though. Like not just Tokyo.
Yeah.
Kyoto. Explore some other towns because especially if you don't like the hustle and bustle, Tokyo is very, very busy. Obviously being the capital and all. I think Kyoto is more relaxing. There's not many people there. And Osaka's kind of like the in-between between Tokyo and Kyoto, I think.
So this time around we're doing Osaka rather than Tokyo. So it'll be it'll be interesting to see the concept, the difference or the different feel of whether you should do Osaka or whether you should do Tokyo, what you prefer. So we can discuss that after the trip. Is there, if you had a 3-day itinerary at Christmas in the snow, what would you suggest?
I think everyone, or at least the three of us, are going to have 3 very different itineraries. Mine would just be get out and snowboard as much as you can. Even though I haven't snowboarded too many places around the world or skied, I've heard from pretty much everyone that's done Japan and done a few other places that there's nothing like the Japanese slopes. So I would just say take advantage of that. Take advantage of the snow. When you're eating out, definitely try to immerse yourself in the Japanese food. It's my favorite. It's my favorite cuisine in the world. Japanese. It's so good. So I would definitely try to eat local as much as you can, and get to bed early because you'll be up early and you'll be tired before you know it. So yeah.
What about you, Kiara? What would your advice be?
I'd say to obviously snowboard because like the Hakuba village, when you go there, that's the main purpose. Like there is other alternatives. And probably just like try new cuisines every night. Just don't go back to the same spot each night. I think try the different restaurants that they have there. But that's pretty much it.
And I would highly recommend going and doing something outside of the snow, like the snow monkeys. If you only got 3 days there, maybe 2 days skiing and then 1 day out doing a day trip to the snow monkeys. That would be my recommendation anyway. Do you have any advice for anyone who's heading out there for the first time for Christmas?
Just do a little bit of research before you go there. Like I mentioned before, like do the research on the mountains, where to stay specifically, where your hotel is, and make sure you book majority of things in advance. That's what I would recommend.
Yeah.
Accommodation especially. I know that it gets quite expensive the closer you are to Christmas specifically. And if I could recommend an area to stay, depending on if you've been before and you have preferences, but Hapo, because of the convenience of the shuttles and whatnot. And I would definitely say getting there, I would get the Shinkansen and then get the bus, because I've heard a few people that have gotten private shuttles or private taxis and taken the JR line, and it's taken them 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. I would definitely say get yourself to Tokyo Station. I think they also go from Shinjuku. And get on the Shinkansen. It's a easy trip. Before you know it, you're in the snow, and the bus just takes you straight to where you want to be.
And with the Shinkansen, so just remember to pick up the ticket from the train station. So, yeah, that's it, I guess, for us. And that's it for me for this season. Next season starts, obviously, next year in early February. So until then, I wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thank you to my 2 very special guests for coming on. And I'll see you soon. Bye. So join us again next week on Truly Expat Travel Podcast, where I have another exciting destination in a world that's too big to be left unexplored. Ciao for now.